Hello, dinner with the Rajwa family. Akwaba to the channel. This is a very, very special sauce. We're making some hot pepper sauce. A very special one. Those days, if you're going to secondary school, our parents make this for us. It's a very good accompaniment for, kenke, for rice, for almost everything really, and it was really, really good. It's a very delicious sauce from Ghana, and I thought I would share with you how I make mine, this simple Shito sauce. Okay, so first of all, we get our hot pan ready. We put in our oil. I'm using vegetable oil. And then once that is heated up, we add onions, ginger, garlic, ANISE, and then I have cloves and some chicken and beef stock. Why chicken and beef stock? Chicken and beef stock just to bring out some special flavor and taste in this one. Instead of using normal water in my blending, I chose to use the beef stock because it's gonna take the taste, the flavor to a different level. That's why we've done that today. Okay. Equally, if you have enough good prep time before you start your shito, you can boil this on the side. So you drain all the water and everything, so that by the time you actually start the sauce, you're good to go. There's no time wasting because this consumes a lot of time. It does consume a lot of time because you don't want any water in there. You need it to be dry. If it's too moist, it's got too much water in it, the shito will not last on the shelf for a very long time. So we'll be cooking this until we've drained all the water inside here. Okay, so in between your cooking, you cover, you give it a very good stir. Make sure it's not burning underneath. Lower your heat where possible. You can see oil is beginning to settle at the top. Once you see that, your onions and all your spices are cooking really, really well at this point. So once you're satisfied with how the onions are cooked, you add in your tomato paste. Again, you're not using too much. So all the ingredients and the quantity I used, I will be putting this in the description box. So just look out for it as a guideline when you're making yours. When you're making shito, it's more about the flavor with your onions, ginger, and everything. So yeah, just be mindful not to put in too much tomatoes then. You make sure that the onions are also well cooked at this point. Okay, so once we're satisfied with how the tomatoes and onions are cooked, straight into it, I'm adding again for, very delicious taste, very, very different, guys, some tuna fish. This is a mainly sort of like fish sauce, really. So all sorts of fish, assorted fish, different types of fish. I would ask that you use the tuna fish, the one in oil, in sunflower oil. Not necessarily sunflower, it can be in olive oil, whichever oil that you have, but not the one in brine, because then you introducing water back into the sauce again after all the hard work. So recommend that you use, the one in oil. And then once you're happy with that, what you saw me added earlier on was some fish, assorted fish. So earlier I fried some fishes, took my time, tore them up into very small pieces, yeah, and then you add it to the sauce as well. Again, we lock in flavor. You can tell at this point that, hey, this Shito dear, number one, oh. Number one is gonna taste absolutely amazing. And then into that, I add some stock. So those you saw there were some shrimp stock. Yeah, shrimp stock cubes to bring, again, flavor. But be mindful how much you add in there, because all the fishes, the beef stock that we used earlier and everything, it's all got salt inside. So you only need to introduce just a little bit more salt. The fish powder that we're going to be adding at the end has also got salt in it as well. So you are not adding too much salt at this point, just a little bit if you think you really need to do so. So I've added also some black pepper again to unlock some flavor. And there we go. We have some crushed chilies as well as my chili powder. Which is more or less, one of the most important ingredients in the sauce, because it's a hot pepper sauce that we're making. So depending how hot you want it to be, you can either add more pepper or, just a little bit according to your taste. As you know by now, as for me and my pepper, we are best friends. I love my chilies. You can see the sauce by now, dear Ajibebia. And there we go. We're going to add our shrimp powder. You see, we get into the end now. So yeah, once everything is very well cooked, next we add our shrimp powder. So at this point, I had been doing this for almost 2 hours, you see. It's really time consuming. Yeah. So you need to prep very well ahead. Depending upon the quantity you are making, sometimes you can even go 3 hours, 4 hours just in cooking the onions alone. So yeah, be mindful of that. Great. And lastly, put in we put in the herring's powder here. Then we just allow it to simmer a bit. And just when we thought we're done, don't go just yet. We introduce another great ingredient in there, which is coconut oil. Coconut oil gives it that authentic, wache Shito taste. The wache sellers, when they are secret, exactly. The coconut oil, and mostly to do their Shito. So when you introduce that to your Shito, then say, as for this Shito, dear, it's a home run. Everything is knocking on each other. That is dinner with the Raja Shito for you. Okay? All the secrets, everything is in here. Guys, do it the same way and thank me later. Okay? Perfect. I hope you've enjoyed watching this with me. Do try it. Tag me in your post. Follow me on Instagram, Dinner with the Rajwa. Okay? And let's enjoy everything together. I hope you've been blessed watching this. Thank you so much for sticking by. Okay. See you in my next video. Okay?